out of Stafford Springs, Connecticut. He'll drive the Big Hoss Auto number 75 machine. Welcome, David Arute.
Last year we ended on the win, gave us a lot of momentum through the off seasons. Went into the season hoping to get another just to prove it wasn't a fluke that we got one. One real one, we got two actually by the end of the year with the TC shootout, but it was good to have that momentum in the off season. In the heat race, I believe I won the heat race by a couple car lengths, which usually I'm not much of a opening day heat race winner. And we were impressed with how well the car performed, and we were looking forward to the race.
And now Daniel Wesson dive bombs to the bottom, and Wesson goes up on top of the Arute machine.
Knocked the carburetor off and thought we were done. Luckily, actually, Marcello Ruffano was out of the race. Unfortunate for him, but at the time we didn't have a spare air filter. And he was out and he let us borrow his whole filter, his everything to get back out there. And that really probably changed our whole season because that got us from when we wrecked, we would have been 23rd. And I ended up finishing 16th that race to one spot out of the handicap. It could set you behind the 8-ball right from the get-go.
But it's David Arute to bring them back to the line. Oh, trouble.
They're okay, somehow, some way.
David Arute, car number 75. David Arute has done it. Win number 3 here at Stafford.
That was a big win that early in the year. I usually am a end of season, maybe like in the limited late model days, SK Light days, I'd get a win in the end of the year. It'd take us that long to get to where we need to be. And to come out of the box with a great car, a great team, and Todd got the first win of the year, I got the second. Get the win, especially after the week prior where we were wrecked pretty much out of the race.
Keeps the nose out in front. Bello, though, hard on the brakes, getting into the turn, as is Marcello Ruffano, who gets into David Arute, and David Arute trying to keep it pointed in the right direction, but it does spin.
It's a beehive back there with so many cars. Everyone's so tight. It's more competitive in the mid-pack than it is up front. I mean, it's really challenging up front, but everyone mid-pack's trying to prove that they could be up there in the top 5 or top 10, and they're driving all out as hard as they can every single lap. And it's tough, and that's why we just got stuck in a couple of flat tires here or knocked the toe out early, and we're just challenging ourselves to get better.
Off turn number 4. David Arute is back in winning form here at Stafford. He will take down the win.
I think it was even a couple green-white checker, really short distance runs at the end, and each restart there was Keith on my outside who was playing games with me, and he knows he can. I'm going to let him. I'm not going to let it get to my head, but he's good at that. He's been through so many restarts, and to get it done that night in front of a huge crowd and have a great run, a couple restarts there to put on a good show for the fans. It was awesome to get out and hear the cheers and just hear the fans all excited.
David Arute guards the spot. David Arute has won the Senators Cup here at Stafford. 3
wins. Some people didn't get a win. Some people didn't even get a top 5 or a top 10, and I understand that from where I was 5 years ago. And to get 3 wins was it was unreal for the crew. We were all just excited. It just means a lot to get that many wins in the season. So just to get multiple top 10s, and I think it was 4 weeks or 5 weeks in a row was great, because years past it was the same thing, 16th, top 10, 16th, top 10. So it was good to get that.
And another solid run for David Arute, wrapping up our podium finishers here tonight.
I mean, look at the championship with Todd Owen. He nearly finished every single race in the top 10, and that's what it takes. You have to be consistent. And to finish in the top 10 those last 4 or 3 races was great. I mean, the last 2 we struggled. I don't know if the different weather changes, or it was cold out one night, we raced on the day, the next time just lost them in the end there, but it was still a great year overall. The first 3 or 4 years of SKs, and I was the rookie or the sophomore year, people would use me up, and I knew that's how it was because they were veterans or say something like that, and I needed to be more aggressive, and that's really what the change was. More aggression, more seat time, it just made me a better driver. There's quite a few guys. I mean, my crew members alone, they put in a lot of time, and dedication is all they do. And Alex Rabb, he's here all night working on the cars with me, and Todd Owen. I mean, this whole group here at Chassis Pro is great. There's so many cars in here, and everyone has the same thing. We're all performing very well. I gotta thank my entire crew: Chris Fluckinger, Fatback, Pooter, Mike DeCarli, Alex Grabb, my spotter, and my sponsors. Andy Marquise, he helped me out this year. It was awesome to have him on the car, and his support. He was always excited whenever I won. Even when I finished in the top 5, he was great. And just all the contingency sponsors. There's so many this year: Casella, Waste, Mayberry, Manly, Northeast, Napa Auto Parts, American Mule, Paradiso Insurance, Austin Auto Body, just everyone that was on board this year made a very successful year. Going in with the same hopes of getting a win or two. I mean, I don't want to be go in thinking, oh, I could get 3 wins now that I did it. I mean, it's difficult. There's 30 cars there weekly. There's 20 guys that could win. So just to get 1 win would be great, and hopefully a whole bunch of top 10s, because it goes to show 1 win and consistency in top 10, top 5 to get your championship. Consistently keeping the car in one piece, bringing it home to work on it each week, and just go from there.
3 wins! That's 3, baby! 3rd time this year. Yes! Man, you had to